Hey everyone, it's Gabriel from St. Cloud Nursery. Hi, it's been a long time. I am on my way out the door to go pick up my little from school. And I thought before I forget, I must remember to do my first giveaway. My original plan was, oh, let's celebrate 500 followers. Let's celebrate 1,000 followers or whatever. And then I thought about it and I thought, why do I have to wait to do that? You know, my channel is really cool just the way it is. I'm not monetized, so I don't have to draw in a bunch of people. It's just a fun place to, you know, kind of play and make stuff and do the whole reborn-y thing. So I thought, it's almost Thanksgiving. Let's just give something away. So that's what I'm doing. Does that sound weird? I hope it doesn't. So I'm gonna give away the pink chimp that I made first. I think I promised a couple people that I was going to do that, so I want to keep my promise. And I have her here on my lap. I didn't brush her out, and she's here on my lap. And if you didn't watch that video, you need to go and watch it. It was a fun video. I don't do animal sculpts. It's just not my thing. I don't know. I just don't feel pulled to do that. There's nothing wrong with them. They're adorable, and some people do some tremendous things with them, but it's just not an interest for me. But a naughty friend of mine, Nikki from Dolly Mama, check her out. She's got some cute babies. I'll put her link down there in the description box if I remember. If I didn't, remind me and I will. As a joke, she sent me a baby gorilla. I keep saying baby chimp, but it's baby gorilla. And just for fun, I thought, I'm gonna challenge myself to make the darn thing. And I did, and it was hilarious. And I didn't like do it in the regular brown colors or black colors. I did it in pink because it's just felt like a fun thing to do. So here we go. In case you didn't see the video, this is what she looks like. She's super pink. She's kind of albino-esque, and she has a lot of pink fur. And the interesting thing about this sculpt, and I didn't know, was you can never get another one of these sculpts. Only a few of these sculpts were made, and they've been sold out forever. It's a pretty rare find. So, pink gorilla, all for you. I am not like super tech savvy, so I don't know how to download the counters and the random thingy-mabobbers and all that stuff. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. There aren't like a million of us here. It's a nice little group we have. And so what I'm gonna do is, if you're interested, go down into the comments section. Just say, yep, I'm interested. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I'm just gonna write a bunch of names down, cut them up, and put them in a big hat. And then I think I'll have my 7-year-old pull out a name. I think he would love that, and I think it would be fun. The only thing I'm asking in return is that if you're able to help out with the shipping. I think it would probably be about 30 bucks, 35 bucks or something like that. Of course, if it's a big hassle and you can't do it, we'll work something out. But if you can, I think in fairness, I think it would be great if you could chip in for that shipping. And I will get her out to you. And the next giveaway will be for the avatar that we made together too. That's gonna be at around Christmas time, so next month. So I will try to do this probably, I don't know what day it is. Should we do it around Thanksgiving? Maybe Thanksgiving weekend. Let's do it Thanksgiving weekend, like the Saturday after Thanksgiving, because we're all bloated and full of pie and turkey and happy. I think it'll be a nice thing to do after. Yeah, if you're interested, say down in the comments, I'm interested. We'll have Elliot pull the name out. It'll be fun. And next month we'll do the blue avatar. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look through the videos. You'll see the avatar baby thing. It was another fun project. I'm here in my studio making babies like crazy because it's like baby Christmas baby time. And I didn't realize, oh my gosh, it's already November. I don't have a lot of time to do that. So I think you can see behind there, there's a couple of babies. This round I'm doing Mason. Let me see if I can grab him real quick. This is a new bountiful baby. Look at him. He's got this cute little smile. And I just finished painting his hair. Got a little varnish on, so he's gonna go into the oven in a minute with all of his parts and pieces. And I'm also working on Little Bean. Oh, no eyeballs. She doesn't have her eyes in yet, so she's got that kind of far away look. I don't know. I haven't decided what color eyes to put in. This is her hair painting. Again, she just got varnished and she's gonna go in the oven. Doesn't that sound terrible? I'm gonna go put the babies in the oven. So anyway, she's gonna go in the oven and seal up her varnish, and I have to decide what color eyes. I'm gonna give you a closer look. And if you feel moved, so tell me what you think. Blue eyes, brown eyes, crazy eyes, I don't know. Give me some ideas. I'm doing a few little tiny babies. I've been like trying to go to the back of my little reborn cupboard and pull out sculpts that I haven't painted in a long time, or that just have been sitting there a while, and kind of just have some fun. I actually have Thomas awake in the oven. He's turning out really cute. And this, I believe, is Brooklyn. Look at this. I love this sculpt. I don't know what it is about that face and that head. I think I just like the way her head is shaped. She doesn't have her eyelashes in, and you know, she's got finishing touches still to do, but I just painted her hair also. And she's varnished and ready to go into the oven. So this is Bonita. I think this is a Phil Donnelly sculpt. Look at that face. That is a cute little baby face. You know, I just did some hair and some varnish, and that baby's gonna go in the oven. Oh my goodness, I just went outside and got Thomas awake out of the oven, and he's so hot. Why is it so scary when they don't have their eyes in? This is little Thomas awake. He's so cute. He reminds me of my nephew Luke. He had this kind of face with this little tiny nose and these kind of little big eyes. Down there, tell me which eyes you think Thomas awake should have, blue or brown. I'm kind of leaning towards brown. It seems like an obvious choice, but I don't like to always do the obvious thing. What if I did like a super light blue? Would that be too creepy? And let me show you Bean real quick again, so you can tell me what color eyes Bean should have. This is a funny looking baby, just a funny looking baby, but she's cute when she's all done. Last time I think I did her with blue eyes, and I don't know, maybe some big brown chocolatey eyes, my own sculpt. So I started sculpting an Alpha Fantasy sculpt, because I just have this idea that would be really cute to maybe make some velvet wings, and maybe dye my own hair in some really pretty color like lavender. And so I'm working on that, but I've had to take a break just because I feel rushed, because I want to get Christmas babies out and I've got all this other stuff going on. So I thought, let's get past Christmas, and then I can just take some time during that like really slow time after Christmas and finish my baby. And I really want to document the process. Right now I don't have the time to document the process. So if I wait till after Christmas, I can document it, and you guys can watch me try to pour a silicone baby and probably do some epic failing and probably drop the F-bomb about 90 times. But it'll be fun, right? And I am doing this year. I'm going to the Rose Show. I was supposed to go last year. I booked, I did all the things I was supposed to do, and I had to bail at the last minute, and I felt so terrible about it. Again, you know, my son was dropping an album, and I'm his kind of like personal assistant on call. I don't mind, I love it, and nobody knows him better than I do. And we work well together. So when that was happening, I just wanted to be available for anything that he might need. And so I had to skip out. But this year I made sure that that wasn't going to be an issue. I am definitely going to the Rose Show. From where I live, I think I'm going to drive, because flying would mean having to ship freight, and that's kind of expensive and weird, and I just don't want to be stressed out about it. And you know, between here and Utah, there isn't a whole hell of a lot to see. I think it's going to be a lot of boring driving, but it'll be nice, you know. 11 hours, seems like a long time to drive. I make the trip to LA all the time, and sometimes I make the trip to Seattle, and those are super long drives for me. Just, you know, I know some people like to get in their car and plan for their road trip and have their snacks and their music, you know, bring along some girlfriends and stop and see the biggest ball of twine and all that kind of stuff. I get stressed out driving, especially like long, super long stretches. But I think I may be bringing 2 people who I might enjoy a road trip with. And I think I'm going to rent one of those small covered U-Hauls, because I have a Jeep Renegade and it's kind of compact. I always have big cars, but this time I opted for a smaller car just because I only have one little at home now that's, you know, one little sidekick in the car. It didn't make sense to be driving a giant car. But because of the size of my car, I think I'm going to rent that little tiny U-Haul and hook it to the back of my car, and that way I can stick all my Dolly stuff in there, not have to worry, you know, about anything. And if I maybe want to pull over and camp or take my time and stop at a hotel on the way, or on the way up and the way back, I can do that and not have to worry about things getting stolen out of my car and all that kind of stuff, or having to bring them in or get dirty. I just want everything to be easy. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm not sure about my display. I know that the theme this year I think is kind of beachy. I think that's right. I hope I'm right. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go with that theme for my table. I am thinking about maybe something just a little more neutral, maybe nature-based, you know. I don't know. I have a bunch of ideas. And I know there's a lot of time. I mean, what are we, like 6 months out or something, 7 months out? But I know how busy things get, and then before you know it, you're like, oh my gosh, I've got 3 weeks to pull this together. And I don't want to feel rushed and anxious and stressed out. So I'm starting to plan and collect things little by little, and it's super fun. It's almost like, you know, not to be cheesy, but it's like planning for a baby, you know, little by little. And so that'll be fun, and I'm so excited to meet some of my friends. You know, there are lots of well-known reborn prototype artists. Everybody knows their names. And there are lots of, you know, YouTube artists, and everybody knows their names. And but there are lots of really good people in this community. But because, you know, they're not cranking out $1 billion, or they're not, you know, selling a baby for $3,000, or they don't have 150 million subscribers, you know, they don't get a lot of recognition. And so I'm going to recognize somebody, and she's probably going to be embarrassed that I'm doing this, but Jenny Lesser, if you are on the Bountiful Baby Doll Forum, you know who she is because she's been around forever, and she's the most helpful person in the whole world. So generous with her time and her knowledge. She makes babies. She has 1 billion kids, and she is a nice person. And she's at Rose. You probably have seen her there with her babies. And I just, you know, she deserves a shout out. Like, she has like this library of kits in her head, and you can like take a random kit and take a picture of it and say, who is this? And she'll know. And she's great at kit matching. And she's just, again, just a wealth of information. And I don't know how she finds the time to be so helpful when she has so much going on in her personal life. Yeah, so shout out to you, because you deserve it, because you're an awesome person. And I'm gonna try to do that more often, because we have a lot of really interesting, talented doll artists, doll collectors, doll people in this community who, I don't know, not a lot of people really know who they are. And they should. I'm about 5 minutes late picking up my son, so I'm going to be doing that walk of shame to the office, like, I'm a lame parent, I don't know how to pick up my kid on time. Tell me if you want the ape down there, and we'll put your name in a hat.